Welcome back to another video. I suggest, man, I got a little bit of a hangover for real. I suggest going to check out my past live stream from last night. I was playing on nightmare mode and decided to drink while playing the damn game. It actually helped out a bit though. We didn't finish up the stage though because the stream ran a little bit long. So definitely gonna check that out again. You know, tonight I think we got like one more section left of this stage, and then we'll be good to go. Right now, this gameplay is on Hurt Me Plenty right here. I was thinking that, you know, like I was with the live stream and you know, people were talking about how hard the game looked, and like I'm playing on, I stream it on nightmare difficulty, which is the hardest difficulty. So I just wanted to show you guys what the game was like if you play on the normal difficulty. And that's what we're on here. And I also wanted to talk about an article I found that said Doom is the Mad Max Fury Road of video games. And I couldn't agree more, man. Like, there's a lot of comparisons between the two, not story-wise or anything, but just the overall creation of the projects. Like, there was really no hype for Mad Max anything at the time that movie came out. It was the same thing about Doom. After Doom 3, we kind of forgot about Doom, except for the diehards. So like when Doom was announced, it was the same way about Mad Max. Like only real Mad Max fans cared that there was a Mad Max movie until the game actually, you know, until the movie actually got some steam and we started to see what it looked like. Then everybody wanted a piece of Mad Max. And that's kind of how it was with Doom. And another way that they're really, really similar is the approach. Like they both, it seems like they both remember what was great about their time, their respective time period when they were originally popular, and brought that back in a more modern sense. Like, for example, with Mad Max Fury Road, like usually with action movies, the go-to thing is to, you know, for everything to be all CG and, you know, that type of thing. And then Fury Road went back to, you know, the old school practical effects. You know, like they actually, for the most part, those were real cars crashing in the real cars and, you know, shit like that. That's how they made movies back in the day. And Mad Max Fury Road brought that back. You know, and that's what made it awesome. And another thing that makes them similar is like the lack or the recognition that you don't need a bunch of useless, like, how do I say, like useless filler or background content. You know what I mean? Like, story-wise, like video games today, when it comes to setting up a narrative or a story, you've got all these long, drawn-out cutscenes and, you know, all that stuff. But Doom doesn't have that, man. Like, this game starts off and you get straight to it. It's like, dude just wakes up on the table, you get a gun and you start killing shit instantly. Like, there's no tutorial, none of that shit. You just, damn, I can't believe I missed that. You know, you just get right to it, right into the action. And that's how I felt Mad Max was too. Like, if you guys seen that movie, if you haven't, I definitely suggest seeing it. I don't even know how I can spoil the movie because there isn't really much to go spoilers for, but basically the movie gets right to it. You know, it's Mad Max Fury Road, and basically the movie is about a car chase fight scene. Like, that's pretty much the whole fucking movie, is a car chase fight scene. And it doesn't take long to get to that point. And then once you get to that point, that's the whole movie. And it's the same thing with this Doom game. Like, Doom is about killing demons with shotguns and shit. And it wastes no time getting to that point. You know, you don't get no explanation for why demons are here. There's no long drawn out no long drawn out story about how the Doom guy got locked up on the table or none of that shit. The game starts, he wakes up, instantly picks up a gun and starts killing shit. So they're very, very similar when it comes to that. So it's I'll link the article. There's actually an article about it in the Verge. I'll go ahead and link that to this so you guys can check that out. But yeah, I saw that and I couldn't agree more, man. Like, I would have never thought to make that comparison. You know, I mean, I've always thought Doom was the shit. You know, this game was the shit, but I didn't think of Mad Max in that light. Like, it just never dawned on me that they are a lot similar. So I'm wondering, do you guys think, let me know, do you guys think that other games should take this approach, this minimalistic approach to making their games? Like, is this the way to do it now? I mean, because this has to be like the funnest shit I had played in a long time. Like, in a very long time. And I think what makes it fun is that, you know, the minimalistic approach and just the nod back to how games used to be. You know, back in, God, when did Doom come out? In like 93, 94? I think that right there is what makes the game awesome. And maybe more games should be like that, man. I remember when Doom 4, quote unquote, Doom 4 was originally, you know, being worked on, when it was in concept, it was actually going to be a Call of Duty clone, believe it or not. And that would have been hot garbage. Can you imagine what would have happened if they did that? So I'm glad it went back to their roots. And I think more things should do that. Like, we should have more just classic, have a good time, fun games like this. Like, I think that's what gaming needs right now. You know, for everybody. I mean, this shit's just fun, man, and we need to bring that back. And I don't think Doom will get as much, you know, praise or esteem as Mad Max does because of the violence. Like, Doom was one of the most controversial games ever made back in that time, and it looks like this one tried to keep that level of, holy shit, look at the gore, you know what I mean? Because this is intense. But I mean, it matches, you know what I mean? It's like it fits the time period we are now. Like, we're, you know, video game violence has stepped up since '93, and for this game to have that Doom feel that we had back then, they really did have to step the gore up. But I think that's what'll kind of make it lose steam, as far as, like, you know, as large of an appeal as Mad Max had. But the similarities, I can't even talk still, I'm hungover. The similarities are there. So I'd suggest definitely checking out the article. I'll put it down in the description. But I just wanted to talk about that and then just show you guys a little bit of gameplay on a lower difficulty level, in case you were thinking, you know, in case you don't have the game, you were thinking about it, and my live streams made you think that it might be too difficult. You just get a taste of what the game is like when you play on the standard difficulty level. You know, the default level. It's not that bad. For me, it's too easy, and that's why I, you know, anticipated, like, I pumped up the difficulty. But, you know, if you're not a super nerd like me and feel like you need it to be less challenging so you can enjoy it more, I mean, the standard difficulty, I mean, it's one of the easiest games I've played. So, again, excellent game. Definitely pick it up. I'm going to go ahead and fight my way through the rest of this level, and then do some other shit, but I'll stream again tonight on Nightmare difficulty. So thanks again for coming out. Check out that article, check out my past live streams, and you all have a good one.